So the last part about the assembly for the train is constraining the wheels so that it doesn't do that funky little glitch to it, which sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. How you do this is you go back to your wheel part. So you open up your your part file for the wheel. Find that. And wheel. Okay, and now I am going to, I want to create a work plane through these two holes right here. But I don't have really any sketches to work on. So what I'm first going to do is create a work axis. And I'm going to do that through the first hole. And when you can't see what you're doing, it always helps to zoom in. So I'm going to put an axis right there. And then I'm going to put an axis through, make sure I still have axis selected, through here. Okay? And now the next thing, we're just going to tilt it so I can actually see both axes. And I've zoomed in enough where I can see it. I'm going to create a work plane. And I'm going to do a work plane between this axis here and this axis here. So I just clicked on plane, and then I clicked on my two axes, and that put a plane right there through the center of my wheel that goes through the linkage arm and the center hole of your wheel. Once you've got that done, you save it and minimize that and go back to your assembly file right here. So here's my train assembly file. Now what I want to do is constrain these wheels so that these work planes always stay parallel, because them staying parallel is what means your linkage arm. See how they're changed angles and that gets all funky. So like that does not look right. So we want these wheels to be parallel. So how I'm going to do that is I need to constrain both of those work axes. So I'm going to do an angle constraint for this work plane here and this work plane right here. And I want those two things to always have an angle of 0 degrees. And angle for this guy right here and for that guy right there. 0 degrees, and I hit apply. And that should fix the problem. And that is, I hit cancel, and they stay parallel. So they are now constrained. I then go over and repeat the process on the other side of our train. And constrain, angle constraint, tilt it a little bit, and I want to do this work plane to this work plane, and I want them to always make a 0 degree angle with each other. And then you hit, for some reason I'm having to go back and click a plane, hit 0, then click the second plane to get the clunk. Hopefully you're hearing it. And I hit apply. And these are now constrained there. Now let's say I want this wheel to be right here when this one is down here. You can, if you wanted to, you know, tie these in a different place, you could also constrain these over here with this over here. In other words, you can see there are a lot of opportunities to do other fancy things, but I don't really need to do that. I do, on the other hand, want to not see my work planes for my finished train product. So I am going to go back over to my wheel part, and I'm going to go to work plane number 2 and uncheck visibility. And then I'm going to do that for axis number 3 and axis number 4. And hit save. And by doing it there, it should translate through to my assembly, and I can no longer see the work plane, and my wheels are appropriately constrained. And that concludes how to fix the glitch with your wheels.